What's going on, my comrades? It's your boy, coach of your Carolina Masquerains, Frank and the Furious, back at it again with some PWC Season 4. We got the Week 4 team builder this week against Sully and the DC Delibirds. After a rough loss last week where I made many questionable plays, I want to address that really quick. Last week, it was, I was very upset, but mainly with myself. Pretty much all with myself for the plays I made. I really, I could have easily had the game, but there were just many, like turn 1, I should have got up my rocks. The game plan was to get up my rocks, and I never got them up, and that's where I lost the game, basically, is I never allowed rocks to get up. The Mian Shao incident was unfortunate. I should have just clicked Ice Beam, because even though he was going into Incineroar, he didn't have Pursuit. I could just switch out then, and I gain intel of whether he's like an Assault Vest or a heavy-duty boots. There were just many questionable plays I made that I wish I could take back, but sadly I can't. But this week, we're looking to rebound. So yeah, we put some good effort into this team. Hopefully this week we can bounce back. And the DC Delibirds we're up against, he is rocking Umbreon as his signature, so we will be seeing Umbreon this week, which is it turns out, a good matchup for me. He's also got Mega Diancie, Corviknight, Ferrothorn, Gyarados, Gengar, Arcanine, Noivern, Claydol, Rotom Frost, and Hitmonchan. Very interesting team we're up against, a very fast team. I mean, you look at Noivern, you look at Gengar, you look at Mega Diancie. He's got some good speed on this team, but it really drops off after Mega Diancie. The next fastest being Arcanine, but Arcanine likes to run defensively more often than not. So if you're going to go down even further, it drops to Rotom Frost. So yeah, it's kind of iffy there. It's really kind of iffy in that aspect for his speed tiers, and we're going to kind of abuse it this week, and you'll see. 2 steel types is also very strange. Another thing we're going to try to abuse a little bit, or at least threaten, because we have some interesting sets this week. But yeah, our main threats, the Mega Diancie, if it gets up a Rock Polish and Mega Aggron's lowered, then it can pretty much win the game right then and there, no matter what. Noivern having Super Fang could be a big problem. Gyarados, obviously, a big problem if something happens with Mega Aggron this week. Because I'll show you the team in a little bit, but one Pokemon has an amazing matchup, and that is our signature. Sensei Wu the Mienshao is incredible this matchup. We are rocking High Jump Kick, Stone Edge, Knockoff, U-Turn, Choice Bandage, Regenerator, with Max Attack, Max Speed, and an Adamant Nature. We 2-hit KO everything. Everything will get 2-hit KO'd by this moveset. And yeah, if Claydol goes down, or Claydol and Gengar goes down, we 2-hit KO. We click High Jump Kick every single time. We 2-hit KO everything. So yeah, Mienshao looks very good this week. Knockoff is very free, and Umbreon is the easiest switch in for this. The reason we're running Regenerator is Umbreon's most likely going to have Foul Play to kind of counteract us, and it's going to do a good chunk to us. So if we have Regenerator, we're going to recover a good majority of that back. So Mienshao becomes a pretty free switch into Umbreon. And from there on, we can click Knock, U-Turn, High Jump Kick if Gengar isn't there. Mienshao looks amazing this week. The one thing we're kind of pushing is the speed. Mienshao lucks, and I mean lucks out with how the speed tier works this week. So we outspeed an Arcanine that is creeping Zangoose. Now what does that mean, if you don't know what that means? So basically, Zangoose has 90 base speed. So we're going to run max speed for Zangoose. So speed creeping, you lower your speed IVs and just beat up by 1 or 2 points, basically. You do that to get more EVs back into the setup. So, max speed Zangoose, we hit 306. We go into Arcanine. Arcanine's not going to run max speed because there's no point. It can get EVs back from somewhere else. So, it's going to come down and just barely beat the 306 Zangoose. And it hits 308. Mianshao hits 309. So we're pushing it. But if we kind of think he's going to be a defensive Arcanine if it comes. But yeah, if he does run an offensive variant, it's a little risky, but Mianshao, we're running not purposely aggressive, but with Adamant Nature, it helps guarantee the 2-hit KO on a lot of things. Even like a defensive Gyarados doesn't want to take high jump kicks with Intimidate. It does not. So, yeah. So, Mianshao is amazing this week. Keeping this thing healthy and letting it run ham and abuse Umbreon is going to be great. And Gengar is not an easy switch into this because he doesn't even want to take a banded U-turn. And Knockoff is one of the best moves in the game, which for some reason I just decided never to click for like the past 2 weeks. So yeah, we're going to click it this week. Because, yeah, the only things that's going to resist Knockoff are Mega Diancie. But does he really want his Mega Diancie taking a potential high jump kick if Mianshao's looking down at an Umbreon? A high jump kick is like the easiest play to click there. So yeah, good old Sensei Wu hoping to put in work this week. Up next, we're bringing Church the Manaphy, rocking a Tail Glow, Surf, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Fire with the Citrus Berry, rocking max HP. Actually, we're going to bring that down 1 notch and pull it up to special attack. We're running, yeah, almost max HP, 116 special attack, and 144 speed, Timid Nature. It wall breaks. Manaphy looks amazing, as long as he's not like Akaberry Pharaoh, which he probably will be, but we have another way of popping it. So it's really, and I mean, I think after 2 Tail Glows, we kill it with Aka, and after a Tail Glow, we kill it with, if he's not an Akaberry. So Mianshao looks amazing this week. We can take a hit from Diancie, like if it's near the end game, and we got some chip on it, we can take a hit from it and click Surf, hopefully kill it, because I think Surf does around like 70 to 90, so as long as we have some sort of chip on it, then we can ensure the kill there, but we also have another option for that. But this is if it starts setting up for Rock Polish, which that's a problem. That's a big problem for our team. But yeah, with this coverage, we hit pretty much everything. And yeah, Manaphy it's a demon. Like this thing can just run ham. So yeah, I mean, the only thing we're really kind of scared of is what, Power Whip Gyarados, because we don't like Ice Beam is not super effective. It's our best move against it, but like, and Akaberry Ferrothorn, of course, but you have to hit the Power Whip. So who knows? Who knows? Citrus Berry, we kind of opted for that over the like a Wakan or what's the grass berry? A Rindo Berry. Because we just kind of more want that recovery. There's more situations where Manaphy's going to want that recovery more than potentially taking an electric type move, because I mean, we could run Rindo to guarantee, say, killing the Pharaoh or Gyarados, we can live a Power Whip, but it's really just picking a little bit. I'd much rather take the health at that point. Get health back with Citrus Berry, and we are max HP, so we're going to tank hits. We're going to take a hit, get up a Tail Glow, and hopefully kill something. So yeah, this thing, I mean, every time Claydol basically hits the field, which if it comes, who knows, we click Tail Glow and Arcanine pretty much. Unless he calls that play and clicks Wild Charge, which he definitely could, but we threaten it out with a Surf. So yeah, even though it does outspeed us, but hopefully, yeah, Manaphy's not running the speed for that because the special attack's a little more important. And the crew said, like, you know what, if Arcanine's coming, it should be defensive. It should never be offensive. But I have some Pokemon EV'd ways where we can test that. So yeah, so Arcanine's kind of like up in the air what it's going to be, but Church also looked amazing. Up next, we got a key member for this week. We got Agronix hitting the field again. Mega Aggron rocking Heavy Slam, Thunder Punch, Toxic, and Stealth Rocks with max HP, max Special Def, and I never added the 8 in defense, so let me do that now. It's our Mega Diancie counter, no doubt. This thing, it has to stay healthy for Mega Diancie. As long as that thing, especially if he reveals a Rock Polish set. If he reveals Rock Polish, Aggron has to stay healthy at all costs. If he's not, we have other answers for that, but we're expecting Rock Polish because Rock Polish Diancie is super good. T-Punch, this is for Gyarados. Gyarados also kind of a problem, so Aggron's going to be it's going to be put to the test this week, what it has to do. So we're really also hoping this thing can do good. And keeping this thing healthy is primarily the number one goal. And it's most likely going to be our lead because I want to get that Mega up as soon as possible so Earth Power isn't doing as much to Aggron from Mega Diancie because thankfully we don't get 2-hit KO'd by it, but after a little bit of chip we do. So that's Aggron's problem. So keeping it healthy is very important. And up next, we are bringing a very interesting Nihilego set. No name, the Nihilego showing up rocking Power Gem, Thunderbolt, Grass Knot, Hidden Power Fire with the Assault Vest with 200 HP, 112 special attack, 4 in special defense, and 192 speed with a timid nature. What if you're looking at this and I just threw EVs on the screen. But Nihilego has a very good offensive matchup outside of Umbreon. Umbreon pretty much walls us. I even tested Dazzling Gleam. It walls us, and we have Mienshao, so it's really not an issue there. We have Mienshao. And this is EV'd so that Nihilego outruns a max speed Arcanine. Like I said, will be a check. So this, Mienshao, and Manaphy all have important speed tiers against Arcanine because it can be a lot of different sets. We think defensive, but it's better safe than sorry. But it is EV'd in a way where after the Beast Boost, we get added speed rather than special attack. So, as you can see, we have 319 in speed and 318 in special attack. So, yeah, Beast Boost raises the highest stat after you pick up a kill. So it raises speed because speed's a little more important in this instance. But with this coverage, outside of Umbreon, we hit everything. We didn't need Sludge Wave. We didn't need a Poison Stab because, I mean, Power Gem pretty much covers everything outside of Hitmonchan, but I mean, T-Bolt's going to hit hard against Hitmonchan anyway, and we got a lot of other answers for Hitmonchan. So yeah, this coverage is very good against this team. We got the Grass Knot for Claydol and Mega Diancie, but it's really only for Mega Diancie if we get that +1 speed because if we're hoping he is a completely special attack Mega Diancie, aka he's not running Diamond Storm. Because Nihilego will take a hit from it, even a super effective Earth Power, thanks to that Assault Vest and that HP investment. It'll take an Earth Power pretty comfortably. I believe like it doesn't even do half. I believe. I'll have to run that calc again, but we take it. That's what I know. We take it even after like a little bit of chip on Nihilego. But it helps break Corviknight a little bit. Helps against Gyarados as long as it doesn't get up a DD. We got Hidden Power Fire for the Pharaoh, which, looking at the team, this will probably be a switch-in for it. Because, yeah, T-Bolt's pretty common on this thing. So I don't see Corviknight, but it could still be Corviknight. But we have the T-Bolt for that. And Claydol, we have the Grass Knot. So Nihilego is very interesting this week, and a big role this thing's going to have is if the Noivern comes, which we are expecting it is the switch-in. Now, Aggron typically is the better switch-in to Noivern, but Noivern has one move that really scares the team, and that is Super Fang. If it clicks Super Fang once against Mega Aggron and takes it down to half HP, because Super Fang halves your HP, that basically gives Mega Diancie the chance to sweep. Aggron doesn't become a real switch-in anymore. So, yeah, that's worrying. But Nihilego will be the designated switch-in against Noivern, and it would be cool if he decides, oh, I'm going to be a switcheroo like choice spec set and gives me free specs on Nihilego. But he wouldn't be. There's no way. We're expecting a utility variant with Super Fang. So yeah, that is Nihilego's purpose this week. Hopefully, we don't see Gengar. This is also the kind of the Gengar answer as well. It takes Psychics very well from Gengar, and we 2-hit KO with Power Gem. So yeah, but against Noivern, hopefully, if we don't see Gengar, this thing is the 100% check against Noivern, and we don't have to really worry about it getting chipped too much. But enough about Nihilego. Up next, we bring in Tremaine, the Chandelure rocking a very funky moveset with Hex, Calm Mind, Substitute, and Will-O-Wisp. Leftovers, Infiltrator for the ability with 24 HP, 8 defense, max special attack, 224 speed with a timid nature. Chandelure is in a very interesting position this week. Outside of Umbreon, it has a very good matchup. Ghost Spam is easy as he does not have a normal type. Excuse me. And a Ferrothorn's there. But you're wondering, why don't we have a fire type move Ferrothorn? Because this thing sets up on Umbreon. Now let me explain. Let's say we go into Ferrothorn with Chandelure. He's not staying in. There's no reason he should ever stay in, because a Fire Blast is very obvious. So he's going to go into Umbreon, which is going to Pursuit Trap us. Because, since Umbreon gets Pursuit, it's going to do a good chunk to us. Unless we click Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp halves Umbreon's attack stat and allows us to take foul plays and pursuits with our substitute. It doesn't do 25%, because for a substitute, for it to break, it has to do a total of 25% of my HP, and it does not do that. So we set up on this thing for free. We click Calm Mind, and after 3 Calm Minds, thankfully with Hex and Will-O-Wisp, Hex doubles in power if the opponent is statused. So Hex can 3-hit KO, whereas Shadow Ball or a Hex can 2-hit KO after a +3 Calm Mind, whereas Shadow Ball can't 3 or 2-hit KO after +6 Calm Minds. So, and I mean after +3, 4, 5 Hex, it's going to be doing a lot to the rest of his team. So yeah, Chandelure pretty much sets up for free against it, and as long as we're behind the sub, he can't pressure us out. So yeah, that's really nice. So it sets up for free on Umbreon. We're really going to abuse Umbreon this week because he has to bring it, and we're gonna put it to work, to say the least. But yeah, Chandelure, a bit of a funky moveset, but hopefully this moveset's going to put in absolute fire for us this week. And I could definitely see this thing working out very well. And last but not least, we got Mississippi the Whimsicott coming back off the bench, rocking Energy Ball, Moonblast, Encore, Defog with the Metal Plate and Prankster ability with max special attack, 208 speed, 48 in special defense with a timid nature. Whimsicott is basically going to be the offensive check to Mega Diancie if it doesn't set up Rock Polish, because with Metal Plate Energy Ball, we Oko it. We one-shot it. As long as we get like 5% chip on HP, which is very easy to do, and the roll is in our favor. So yeah, Whimsicott is it's as long as it never clicks Rock Polish, Whimsicott comes in precious with Energy Ball. And I mean, Grass plus Fairy coverage, it's pretty well on his team. Like, it hits Umbreon. It's we don't want to stay in on it, but it does hit Noivern if he gets very aggressive and switches in. It's going to hit Claydol. It's going to hit Hitmonchan. Corviknight's the very obvious switch in for this, which we had Leech Seed, but we opted against that to run Encore in case Gyarados starts setting up and it becomes a problem. So we can deal with it that way. And Defog gives us Hazard Control, which, I mean, I really lobbied for this because Obviously, Chandelore's weak to hazards, but we're not up against just Stealth Rocks this week. He has the Spikes potential in Ferrothorn, and I mean, Ferrothorn and Claydol, Mega Diancie. He's got a good amount of hazard setters. So, I want to just have Defog there, just in case. But yeah, Mississippi basically going to be here for making sure the Gyarados doesn't get ham and start clicking DD. And the Mega Diancie as well. Offensively checks that. Sorry, I'm like blanking here. But yeah, that Wim's got a little bit of a shallower role because a lot of things switch into it easy. But I mean, the Prankster ability, it would be very helpful this week, to say the least. But yeah, this is the team for this week. This is your Masquerains lineup for week 4. Hopefully the bounce back week, as I'm calling it. For the expected, we are expecting, obviously, Umbreon. Mega Diancie is super good. It has to come. Corviknight's good. Gyarados is good. Noivern is good. And the 6-mon was kind of iffy. Like, there's Gengar, there's Arcanine. I mean, the only really Mons we think he really shouldn't bring are Hitmonchan and Claydol. Because outside of that, those two, like, the 6th spot pretty much fits for anyone else. Like Pharaoh could come, Arcanine, Gengar, Rotom Frost. But here I have Gengar just because I think that thing is probably the most threatening on his team. Especially if like the Noivern is Super Fang and it's Super Fang to Hiligo, and yeah, it could be a little bit of a bitch to deal with. So yeah, I'm predicting Gengar there, but I'm kind of hoping Gengar does not come just due to the fact of Alolan Muck. It comes in for it, clicks Pursuit, and kills it. Yeah, it does not stand a chance against Muck. So I'm hoping he doesn't bring it just for that. But I wanted to bring Muck, but Muck just has such a terrible matchup. Like, it can't set up on Umbreon. Mega Diancie takes advantage of it. Can't set up on Corviknight. I mean, doesn't really do much against Pharaoh. Pharaoh just chips it back with the whatchamacallit? The Iron Barbs, Leech Seed. Gyarados clicks Earthquake every single time. Pretty much outside of Gengar, maybe Claydol. Like, it doesn't have a good matchup. But yeah, that is the team for this week. So hopefully the Masquerains can bounce back to a win and get up 3-1, and yeah, start kind of, what's the word I want to use? Righting the wrongs of last week, basically. But I would like to thank you all for watching. But above all else, stay cute out there, my comrades.